So I just uploaded a video earlier talking about Andy's wife, and she was exposing him because he cheated on her and sought out Brittney while he was in an active marriage with her. So as soon as I uploaded that video, the wife hit me up and she decided that she had time today, and she did not hold back. She shared a lot of shocking revelations and details about Brittney and Andy. So let's go ahead and get into it. So like I shared in my last video, the wife knows everything that is going on between Brittney and Andy because he's tried to get back with her multiple times, and he always goes to the wife complaining about Brittney and seeking advice. So Andy ended up telling the wife that Brittney told him that when she got out of prison, she had dope in her pocket, and she was allegedly using while she was in prison, and she came out of prison bringing drugs with her to Andy's house. So Andy told his wife that he thinks that she used the drugs after the camera crew left because she told him to go check on his son Barry, because remember, his son Barry went to his friend's house to give them some alone time, and she was like, okay, I think you should go check on Barry. So Andy ended up leaving, and she ended up saying she was going to take a shower while Andy was gone, and then Andy comes back 20 minutes later and she had not showered, and he said that she was acting super weird, and that's why her attitude was off the next morning. So now knowing that, a lot of her behavior makes sense, because that's what it was coming off to me, was like jonesing behavior. And now it makes sense, like when she's freaking out, she's like, I don't know where to go, I don't know where to go, and then she tries to run outside real quick. It just kind of seems like she was trying to look for any privacy so she could try to get high, because she had camera crew and Andy all up in her grill. So now I understand why she was trying to do anything she could to leave. And now that it makes me wonder where she went with her daughter Gracie when they left for an hour, because she never talked about what they did. And according to the wife, Andy even said himself that Brittney has asked him multiple times if Andy wants to ride with her so she can go get dope. So he is fully aware that she uses, and I guess he's okay with it, because the wife also said that he's peed for Brittney so she could get approved for the Department of Child Family Services, so Andy's house could allow her 3 children to come visit. So she had to take a drug test so her children could come visit over there, and she ended up relapsing the day before the visit and when she's supposed to take the drug test. So I don't want to hear her talk no more about how much you care about your kids when you couldn't even get the one day before your visit, you couldn't even keep your ish together. So she ended up relapsing. So when she came back, she was panicking, and Andy ended up using his pee so she could pass the test so she could get visits with her children. So that's just pretty much enabling her. So then I asked her, do you think that he just got with Brittney to be on the show, and was he a big fan of Love After Lockup? And she said that her and Andy used to watch Love After Lockup and 90 Day Fiancé religiously, and he would even say, oh, you have to be super desperate to get on one of the shows, but now here he is. And she said that Andy was not only talking to Brittney, but he was talking to multiple other inmates, and even just a month ago, she had a letter show up to her house for Andy from an inmate. And I called it because I had a feeling that Brittney wasn't the only girl he was writing to. So then I asked her, well, how was the marriage before Brittney came in the picture and he cheated on you? And she said that the Andy that we see is not the man she married. She said she would never have given him a chance if she had known his past, and apparently he has a super wild past. So she said that he was a good partner until they got married, and then suddenly he decided that he wanted to get his CDL and be on the road all the time. And so they're in their 40s, and he was constantly love bombing her, and within 5 years he changed jobs over 15 times, and then ended up suing multiple companies for workers' comp settlements. She also called Andy a scammer, and she said the whole debt excuse and the excuse that he gave Brittney, that somebody hacked his card so he didn't have any money, she said she's heard that excuse multiple times. But she said that Brittney is also saying that she's gonna sue Andy. So yes, the wife and Brittney do talk, and we're gonna get more into some of the receipts here in a second. But the wife said that Brittney said that Love After Lockup is gonna help her sue Andy because he didn't share the money from her jail episodes. And I'm not buying that at all, because there's a law in place, I can't remember the name of the law, where people can't make money off their incarceration, and that's why the inmates are not allowed to get paid until life after lockup. And that's why I've been assuming she's just gonna stick around until the paychecks dry up. So Brittney told the wife that Andy promised her that he would give some of his paychecks, and he wasn't paying her any of the money, and so she left him for a little while. And then on Thursdays, when he would get paid, he would go over to the wife's house because he was scared Brittney was going to show up to his house demanding her part of the money. So despite all the drama and her constantly leaving him, he decided to propose to Brittney recently, and she actually said yes. So they are currently engaged at this time. So according to the wife, in the season finale, we're going to see Brittney leave Andy. And Brittney ended up leaving Andy for a little bit. And Andy ended up running back to his wife. And he ended up spending the weekend with his wife. He ended up taking her out to the beach and was leading her on that things were going to work out. And then Brittney came running back not long later. And he just threw his wife to the curb. So this is some conversations that the wife had with Brittney when she reached out to Brittney back in October to let Brittney know that she had just spent the weekend with Andy. And she said, "It took me all these years to see the real Andy. By the time I was conditioned to accept all his BS, and when I started questioning him because Ish wasn't adding up, he bailed on me. He lied right to my face about so many things and carried on a romantic relationship with me until the day you came back. Did he tell you I was at his house while you were gone? Did he have enough respect to tell you what we did on y'all's couch or in y'all's bed? He has control over you because you're dependent on him. That's his goal. He's making all kinds of promises because he thinks you have nobody else. By the way, I'm the one that moved the living room around and saved your flowers." And then the wife ended up sending a picture of her with Andy that weekend when they spent time together at the beach. And then Brittney ended up responding, and she said, "This is what I thought. It is what it is. I have 3 kids that need me, and he is here until he bails." And then the wife said, "Might as well get what you can from him. You're in for a wild ride. Good luck." And then Brittney said, "I'm starting school on the 23rd, and I'm getting myself stable, and if he leaves, he leaves." And then she said, "Good plan. He has kept me blocked, and I can promise you if he ain't talking to me, then he's communicating with somebody else." And then she said he is, I think she was trying to say unstable or insane. I think she was trying to say unstable. And so I also asked the wife if Andy was actually a cop, because I just think it's weird that we only see one picture of him being a cop on Love After Lockup. And I've looked up and down trying to see if I could find anything about his time being a cop, and I can't find anything anywhere. And usually, like, if you're a cop and you do like some big arrests, then you'll be in different newspaper articles. But I couldn't find anything. But the wife did confirm that he was a small town police officer, and in the picture we see on the show, that's when he worked for Omega. But he would never be clear about how long he ended up working for the police department when his wife asked him about it. But she knows that he did not work there for no 13 years like he was trying to portray. The wife said he ended up working at this Omega jail, but most of the time that he worked there, he was a jailer, and that's what she believes this picture that we see on the show is from. But that's it for this video, guys. I just had to share these details because some of these details she shared with me literally made my mouth drop, and I tried to ask the wife if she was interested in doing an interview, because she knows a lot. She has been talking to Andy, and he literally has been telling her everything. Brittney has told her a lot. So she knows a lot what's going on behind closed doors with these two. So if you guys are interested in seeing an interview with her, let me know in the comments below. I did ask her, and she said she will think about it. Also, if there's any other questions that you guys have that you want me to ask her, let me know in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. You can use code BOGO, all capital letters, and you can buy 1 lash, get 1 free, and for a limited time only. So check that if you're interested. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.